Rabotai, in Chacham Ovadia Sefer, in Yichaveh Da'at, in Chelek Daled, in Siman, Zayin, he brings down over here, regarding the source, if one is allowed to have TV in his house. A television, Rabotai. Even though in the Shulchan Aruch brings down that a person, it's also for him to go to places like a theater, etc. But we want to see what Chacham Ovadia says when it comes to TV. And you know the interesting part is about it, that today is the 30 days of the boy Neria ben Svitlana. Rabbi Chaim just told me today is the 30th day, and I had prepared this for today, Rabotai. And you know why it goes hand in hand? Because Neria, the boy, from what I heard the eulogizing, the way they eulogize him, that by him every single second, every single minute was important. They said he used to learn between Mincha and Aravit, every time he had a book in front of him, Rabotai. He knew what time was. So Rabotai, let this lecture be a Leilun Shmat for Neria ben Svitlana. You know, unfortunately, Chas v'Shalom, Rabotai, people are going left and right, and still we are continuing to sleep and we continue to live in our shtuyot ways, nonsense ways. I want to show you over here, Chacham Ovadia is asked a question over here regarding if a person is allowed to, in Simon Zayin, if he's allowed to say Kriya Shema and say Birkat Hamazon in front of his TV, in front of the television. At the time when they're showing over there a woman who's not Tnuah, right? That's all. What do you have on TV? Rabbis? Maybe, maybe not. Rabotai, he goes on to a whole answer which I do not want to get into, but I do want to touch upon in the last paragraph, where he wants to discuss the inyan of people having TV in their house. From that, I want to just show you guys regarding having filters on your phone. So this is all sourced, Rabotai. I'm not Chas v'Shalom making anything up. And again, just from the onset, as a comment, I am not speaking Chas v'Shalom to nobody in particular. I'm just saying it as a learning. I don't want people to get offended, Chas v'Shalom. But people need to know everybody has to take action. And the best way to change others is lead by example. Not to start fighting with your wife or your husband and your children and your mother and your father. You want to change, you try to start changing. People, B'ezrat Hashem, will follow. He says over here, V'yesh la'avhir shekola medubar. We should try to clarify that everything that we said up to now, which I didn't go into the halachot of if you're allowed to say Shema in front of a television. All this that we said, that if a person is allowed to say Shema in front of TV, except that he brought down over here, this is by accident, Rabotai, haphazardly. You were in your parents' house, or you went, you went somewhere and you wanted to say Shema, or something, you want to say Birkat Hamazon in somebody else's house, etc., like that. Not that you're Chas v'Shalom watching it, because to watch TV is asur. But this is b'derech mikra, you know, just like that. Aval, here we go, Rabotai, Chacham Ovadia. Here, Rabbi Say. Sheila v'tshon Yichaveh Da'at, Chacham Ovadia. Aval, however, etzim hachnasat televizi bebayit. However, when it comes to bringing the television into your own house, kvar he'elu gidolei haposkim shel doreinu le'asor hadavar behechlet. Already, Rabotai, all the gidolim came up with this, and they said that it is asur to have a TV in your house. Now I know somebody's going to tell me, Rabbi, but what if I watch over there rabbis, or I learn over there Torah, or I watch over there the news? I'll put it to you like this, guys. Watching these lectures, which is very nice, but I ask you a better question. While watching these lectures, how many more things you watch before watching this one lecture? You understand? Rabotai, anything I say now when it comes to TV, the TVs might not be now in our houses, but it might be in our pockets with our phones, right? Not filtered phones. And then we wonder why our kids go off the derech. Kanesha, you give a child a phone which is unfiltered, you don't put no eyes on him, or the husband, or the wife, Rabotai, and then you wonder why you have problems with children, or why you have shalom bayit. How are you? Rabotai, so he says all the poskim already said that it is asur to have a TV in your house. Why? Mishum moshav leitim. Because you're sitting in the place of mockers, of lesters, of jokesters. Another problem why you're not allowed to have TV in your house? Ubitul Torah. You're not allowed to watch TV. Why? Because of Bittul Torah. You're not learning Torah. And what did we say last time? Talmud Torah kineged kulam, Bittul Torah kineged kulam. You learn Torah, you get all the mitzvot. You don't learn Torah, you get all the averos. Like it, don't like it, it's coming. It's a bill that you're going to have to pay. You know, when you pass a red light or by a 35 or 25, you speed 80 miles, the ticket is coming. Yeah, you don't get caught now. The ticket is coming. It's coming home, Rabotai. Anybody who watches the channels on the TV, he incites, he ignites his Yetzer Hara in himself. By looking at things which are repulsible. I'll put it to you like this, Rabotai. We spoke about it last time. When you touch something holy, like in the Beit HaMikdash, it says, you touch a ramp of the Beit HaMikdash, if you touch the Mizbech, or the Kli that used to be served in the Beit HaMikdash, you become holy. Rabotai, I want to say like this. But if you would touch something which is Tameh, you become Tameh. Today, the same thing. You surround yourself with holy people, Talmidei Chacham, with holy books, you become holy. You surround yourself with stuyot, with football, NFL, NHL, NBA, all this, you will become Tameh. Rabotai, just by looking at them alone, it influences you. Pay attention, guys, when you drive, put a kosher music. I'm talking about Jewish music, and put a goyish music. See how you're going to drive like a maniac. Why? Because their life goes into you. We don't realize it, but that's what it is. Umashchid nafshohu yaser, Rabotai, you're destroying your souls. Chacham Avad says you're destroying yourself by watching TV. But we think what do we think? We think we're doing a favor by relaxing, right? A lot of people say, Rabbi, I need to relax. You want to relax, go to sleep. You want to relax, go for fresh air. Go play ball, do something with your children. But don't kill your neshama. You know that they say, when I was in St. John's, they said, why is it so bad to watch TV? Because it kills your brain cells. Because you don't think. That's why you have children today, they can't sit in one place, because all they do is watch Tuyot. More than this, the Shulchan Aruch made a Pesach Halakha, B'Siman Shin Zayin, Siftat Zayin, She'asur likro b'Sefer Emmanuel v'chodumelo. Rabotai, it's forbidden to read Sefer Emmanuel. You know what that Sefer Emmanuel is? It's romantic books. If you can't read romantic books, you can't watch romantic books. Shehem Sifrei Chesed, because those are books that bring lust, desire, love, veroman, and romance. V'over ama shenemar al tifnu el ha'elolim. Rabotai, a person is not allowed to turn to other gods. Meaning, when a person does these things, Rabotai, you turn into other gods. Chas v'shalom. So he said, "V'dash Chazal Shabbat Kuf Memter Amr Aleph Al Tifnu El Midatchem." Do not turn to the gods from your own knowledge. I want to just tell you something. One rabbi said something beautiful. I love this. You know, when a rabbi speaks the way it's supposed to be, this is the emes. One rabbi said, a person comes to him, a wife, Rabbi, what happened? Shalom Bayis, what happened? My husband, he is in love with another girl. What happened? How did it happen? No, I don't know what happened. It's just, I don't know what happened. The rabbi asked the wife, tell me, you have TV in your bedroom? I have TV in my bedroom. You guys watch Tuyot on your TV? Of course, before we go to sleep. We have to spend some time, right? That's how they die, basically. They watch TV until they go to sleep. What? No problem. Tell me, where else you go with your husband? We go to the pool. We go to the ocean. We go to mixed, parties. So the rabbi tells the wife, tell me, are you normal? Are you a normal woman? You're not a normal woman. You're out of your mind. You show your husband women on TV which are more beautiful than you. Why? Because you think you're the top model. You know Rav Aaron Walking used to say Zatal, if you only knew how much makeup these actresses put, you would be surprised. Every single move has to be the best move. So here you are showing your husband the best woman, the way they dress, the best bodies. You take them to the beaches, to the pools where it's also for them to be there. So now their eyes are always wandering. And when they come home, they see you and they compare to. And now you want to know why your husband is cheating on you. You're the cause of the problem, not me. You did it. A woman has to know, Rabotai, what you think. But what's the problem? Control yourself. No, Rabotai, it's not about controlling yourself, Rabotai. It's the Yetzer Hara. When it comes for a woman, that's what the Shulchan Aruch paskins. In Evna Ez and Simon Chav Al Halach Aleph, a person has to distance from woman very, very much. 2 times he says very. Why very, very much? Because a man desires, he lusts woman, Rabotai. But this we don't see. We think it's okay. Let my husband watch. Let him go to mixed parties. Continue. Just know one thing, that he's doing a various when he's with you or when he's not with you, etc. In any event, Rabotai, that this rabbi said, I think was very beautiful. Had they say, you dug the hole and you want the rabbi to take you out of it. Take yourself out of it. You dug the hole, close the hole. Rabotai, and he says over here, another problem of watching TV is that you incite the Yetzer Hara in yourself. Anybody who prints these kind of books or authors these kind of books, anybody who prints these books or publishes these books, you should know he's making the master sins, and every sin that any person does because of him, everything goes on his head. Atkan, up to is the language. For sure, when it comes to watching TV, there's nothing more to speak about, Rabotai. There's no heter, nothing. It's asur 100%, Rabotai, to have TV in your house. Especially when you're watching shtuyot over there, the way people are dressed. Sha'al ze ne'emar b'sod davchet amur aleph, ein Yetzer Hara sholet el b'ma she'einav ro'ot. The Yetzer Hara is only able to control a person, only what your eye sees. Don't come tomorrow and say, Rabbi, my children, Rabbi, are married to Victoria. What do you want from me? My children are not married to, what do you want from us? You put, because whatever the eye see, that's what they want. That's all they watch, that's what they're going to want. And then you come, Rabbi, help us. Rabotai, how much you want the Rabbi is going to bless you? He can bless all he wants. It will not help you, Rabotai, if you don't change. V'chein pasak hagon Rav Moshe David Ustercher Ba'al Tiferet Adam B'teshuva Shuvo B'sefer Taharat Yom Tov Chelek Vav. Another rabbi passing in the same way. V'chein pasak hagon Rabbi Yonah Shtay B'teshuva Shuvo Sham, etc. Rabotai, many more he said passing like this. V'od Geonim Rabbi, many more Geonim passing. V'atzumim B'gdolei Doreinu, from our generation, all of them said, V'karu al hamavi television b'toch beito. They call anybody who brings television into the house, Lo tavi toeva el beitecha. Do not bring an abomination to your house. They call this disgusting, repulsive. Umikol sheken, Rabotai, listen to this for sure. Mi sheyesh lo yeladim babayit. Somebody has children in the house. You guys make your children fall, then you wonder why they go off the derech. You are the cause of their downfall. Rabotai, because you stumble the children, you make them sin from going, and you distance them from the proper path. Why? Because the father and mother think they're sleeping at night, and they don't know what the child is doing on TV or on their phones, whatever it might be, the garbage. Or the other way around. When the wife is sleeping, who knows what the husband is on? Or the other way around. When the husband is sleeping, the wife is making sure she's on Instagram, TikTok, all this garbage that people tell me that they have. Rabotai, it's a sur. You need it for business? Get a filter. Do something, Rabotai. There's no reason for you to go and take care of the whole world. You're not God. You came to this world. Do what you have to do. Take care of your husband, your kids, yourself. Vover Rabotai, besides this, he says, you transgress because of this. Alma shenemar al tishkon beholecha avla. And let not injustice dwell in your tents. Rabotai, a person needs to know, when it comes to these things, when it comes to television, Rabotai, you're going to have to give me some time really quick. I want to finish this. When it comes to television, Rabotai, I want to tell you something. There is no heter. You can tell me, Rabbi, my wife needs it because she needs to, how do you call that, relaxers, how do you call that, raslabica. Raslabica, 100% будет в геном, брат. Когда when fire is going to mamish raslabica. Rabotai, you're not the only one in the family. Stop being selfish. You have kids in the family, you have husbands in the family, you have people that look if they come inside. People can fall because of this. You don't know, by you watching a soap opera thing, you have little boys, 10, 12, 11, 12, 18 boys. They see, they want to do exactly the same thing. Rabotai. It's a halacha Moshe B'Sina. No rabbi is going to argue. Not in a million years ago, not in now. Whatever the eye sees, the Yetzer Hara only is going to control you what your eyes are able to see. So don't think, Rabotai, that when a woman has magazines or TV and all these things, she thinks she's kosher. Just because she has a mitpachat. Rabotai doesn't mean anything. You want to have a mitpachat, not at the expense of somebody else. Don't show you religion at the same time you're going against Hashem. Rabotai, I want to show you something over here. In Masech Baba Bacha, we have a lot of these problems. Unfortunately, a lot of people feel that filtering the phone is not necessarily, for whatever reason. You're right, even if you don't go on it, there's a problem of Marit Ain. A person has to do it. Rabotai, they have all these things. What do you call these things? What is that called? What's this called? Tag. You have another Gentech. You have all these things that they have, that they're able to make it for business, whatever you need. They watch you, they watch over you, Rabotai. Even though you don't go on these things. But Rabotai, there's Marit Ain. In any event, really quick, I want to just tell you, a lot of Gedolim say that a person who doesn't have a filter phone, etc., he's possible for Eidus, possible for Rabbanut, possible for a lot of things disqualified. He cannot be Chazan, etc. Because at the time he's down, he's probably thinking about the basketball game he watched, or the sports, or the news that he watched. Who wants a kind of lawyer that's going to think about something else and start taking care of the court case of what's in hand? Rabbi, I want to show you something what Rabbi Wallerstein Zatzal said, which, wow, if he wouldn't say it, I wouldn't say it. Maybe this be a little shmat. He said like this, Rabbotai. A lot of people, if everybody knows, he had a flip phone. He literally had a flip phone. All his life he had a flip phone. I know he did, everybody knows, he did tremendous things. Rabotai, he brought this Gemara Masech Baba Batra and he tried to compare it to us today. He says, the pasuk says, if a person closes his eyes from seeing bad, what does that mean? Amar Rav Chaim bar Abba, Rav Chaim, the son of Abba, said, this is the guy who does not look at women, women that stand at the time when they're doing laundry by the river. It's a person, he doesn't look. The Gemara asks a question, hey Chidam, give me the case, what does that mean? That a person who closes his eyes from looking at bed, how does that mean? Give me this example. The Gemara, listen to this, Rabbotai, and I'll tell you what Rabbi Wallerstein said. He brings this Gemara, I just want to put it together, I want to read it from here. If you have another way, Rashahu. I want to show you something. He's a wicked person. He thinks he's davening. I'm not telling that's a daven. I'm just trying to tell you what the Gemara is saying. Rashi says, even though he closes his eyes when they're doing laundry, the woman, what do you think? They pick up the skirt up to the thighs. What do you think? Up to maybe less than the knees. Rabbota, even though this guy closes his eyes, but the bottom line is he should have never brought himself to that test, to the place, to the Avera. Rather he should have distanced himself, because the Kaimalai Masech Chulim, because we hold Mipas Halacha, Charchek min hakiur. You should always distance yourself from something which is ugly. What does this have to do with our phones? You ready for this? What does it have to do with our phones? Rav Wallerstein Zatzal said, what, this Gemara just like that, it came out of nowhere. Which woman you see today doing laundry on the river? He says like this, Rabotai. Today you could have a guy, he could have a kosher, not a kosher, he could have a phone which is not filtered, correct? But at the same moment, Rabotai, he's not going on it. He's like this guy saying, I'm not going to go on it. I'm going to go through the river, I'm going to go where they're doing laundry, but I'm going to close my eyes. By the phone, I'm not going to go on the forbidden websites. But if you have another way to use your phone, you could cash, you could get a filter. You have another way. And you don't do it because you think you're a tzaddik? Rabbi Wallerstein said, Rashahu, you're Rasha. And you want these type of people to be rabbis and chazanim and be writing the ketubot and everything. Rabbi, we need to be careful with who we associate. Because these things are like poison. You know, I know certain people that they will not marry into people that have Facebook or Instagram. You know why? In the end, a lot of them get divorced because of this. So that's what, Rabbi, we need to be careful. TV, phones. Again, like I told you in the beginning, when it comes with your wife and your children, a person needs to be very, very careful. Ask your local rabbis how to go about it. But these are the sources for these things. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen, Amen, Rabbi Chaim Igal.